I like the frog. So we're out here throwing the frog. And with it being the spawn, you want to make sure that you don't work it too fast. Watch for boils. You know, have a follow-up bait. But right now I see tons of fish. I don't know if you can see this, but tons of fish out here. Look like crappie. But there's tons of fish. And just thoroughly work areas. You do not have to move quick. Quicker is not always better, especially during the spawn. Sometimes when you move quick, you'll be able to see kind of maybe where they're located, if that makes sense. Because you'll see them like spook out of the way, or they'll boil up on your bait. But just work areas, you know, the best you can with your confidence baits. Try different baits. You know, if you feel like an area is really good and you know, it didn't work with your first bait, try something different. It's never a bad thing to do, is try to fish it with a different bait. But it is spring, it is the spawn, and these fish could be easily triggered, and you can catch some absolute studs. And right now we're targeting all this, damn, you can't even really see it. Like all this vegetation stuff. Just making long casts, just working baits through, you know, that vegetation. I'm using this popping frog. Just throwing it up into the nastiest stuff and just working it out. Oop, I just saw a boil right there. Just saw a boil. Right here. Let's see if we can get it. Just saw a boil right where this RV is. And as you pass areas, don't be afraid to kind of cast back into certain areas. But that little boil right there was exactly what I was talking about, fishing too fast. If you're fishing fast, sometimes people fish fast to kind of locate these fish just like that. You'll see that boil, and you know something's sitting there. Fishing something fast and you come back and fish something slow. So we're pretty far back in this creek, and you know, you want to find really good spawning locations, you know, up against some of those reeds right there, this piece of structure sticking out like this, any kind of grass, any kind of location that's kind of like on the north side that's actually protected by north winds. There's so many different things that you can try to do. And sometimes you even go by the book and it doesn't even work. Sometimes the weirdest approach is the best approach. Just saw a pop right there. Right here on the edge of this. Let's see if we can get to it. So right on the edge of that grass line, right about there. Just saw a pop. But that's what you're looking for. Pay attention to all that stuff. Got him. Good one right there. Let's go, get up in there. Yeah. Look at that, first fish on that frog, baby. That's a good one too. He wanted that, huh? Right there, nice little frog. Look at that belly too. So we just caught that first one on that frog. Look at the belly. It was up along one of these reeds right here where some of that vegetation was. We'll weigh her out and we'll get her back in that water. That's exactly what we were looking for. We got tons of baits tied on today. We got a swim jig, we got a swim bait. That's rigged Texas rigged. The first one, 2.9. Let's mark it. Boom. We have that frog. We have flipping and punching stuff. We actually have a buzz bait tied on. But there you go, right there. A 2.9, 2.5. Gonna let it go. Look like she's about to spawn. She got a huge belly. So before I used to, you know, throw them in my live well, take pictures, and now, especially during the spring, you want to let them go back and kind of do their thing. But that's exactly what we're looking for right there, baby. Exactly what we're looking for. I don't even know the name of this frog either. Don't even know the name of it. I think I bought it pretty cheap. And it kind of mimics some of the frogs that I like to throw, like that Spro. This may even be a Spro, I don't know. But this is what it looks like here. It's black and blue. It's got a little popper right there, so it actually pushes water, causes a little bit more commotion. And if they're up there, man, they get a little aggressive just like that right there. That was fun. But that was all the way up against this stuff right here. Good morning. Thanks for letting me catch that fish. What's that?
You have a channel?
I do.
What is it?
It's Bassin with Buddy. Bassin, B-A-S-S-N, and then W Buddy. So okay. Bassin with Buddy. Yep.
Okay, we saw you catch that one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me catch your fish out here.
No worries.
Yeah, man. Bassin with Buddy. All right, man. Have a good day. We just had another bite right here. It may have been the same fish. I'm not sure. But we'll see. That was a cool little interaction right there. Got some campers out here trying to enjoy the spring. The weather feels amazing. And we come out, wanted to see if we had a channel. And we do. Appreciate you asking. And another thing with a frog too, it's just an amazing bait to get in and out of like the nastiest spots. The hooks are already kind of, you know, weedless. Comes out of anything. A lot of the times, you know, the biggest struggle is like when you throw a frog and it wraps around a branch pretty good. But if you got that 65-pound braid, sometimes pull a whole tree down. But we're just looking for high percentage areas that look the best. Bass absolutely love to spawn up against something. It could be that log right there. It could be this grass line right here. It could be anything. So just try to work it the best you can. Figure it out right there. So that was reeds back there. As you can see, that tall grass right there. So, you know, we can maybe find some of that reed and target it. But like I said, you know, it could be anywhere. Like this right here looks like an amazing spot. It's got this cut right here of grass. So then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually cast it right down the grass line the best I can. And just work it right down that line, right on that edge. Right on that edge.